you're here and that this film is going to be seen for the first time with a live audience. That's you. And the film that you're about to see is the world premiere screening of Alice Englert's Bad Behaviour. I want to thank Alice, Molly, Desray, Protagonist Pictures for bringing the film to Sundance, and I want to welcome the cast and crew who've made the trip here. Thank you for coming. We are at a festival of discovery and of fresh new voices, and Alice Englert is one of them. She is part of an amazing group of first-time feature filmmakers in this year's program, 70% of whom are women. We love so many things about this film. It is a film with a subtle, elegantly shifting structure and tone, a dark comedy that is outrageously funny at times and deeply moving at other times. It's a dysfunctional family story that delves into the complexity of a mother-daughter relationship, rife with manipulation and codependency and compassion and humanity. It's a film that goes into fascinating, surprising, and ultimately philosophical directions. Alice is an Australian-New Zealand actor and filmmaker. When I first met her in 2016 in Australia at a Melbourne Film Festival program, she just finished a short called Family Business, which I thought was so impressive and had such a sophisticated voice. And the year before, she made another short called The Boyfriend Game, which had premiered in Berlinale. Of course, she had garnered attention for her work as an actor, bringing first in Sally Potter's Ginger and Rosa, and then in many other works, Beautiful Creatures, Top of the Lake, Dangerous Liaisons, and even a few films that we have played here at Sundance, then that follow, and You Won't Be Alone. But the whole time, having loved her shorts, I kept hoping that she would continue her work as a writer and a director. So it was a welcome, thrilling piece of news this summer that she was working on her first feature, and here it is. We're so thankful to have it in the program, and it is a real personal pleasure to welcome to the stage very talented writer-director Alice Englert.
Phil, thank you so much. I'm just going to thank a lot of people. Yeah, it can't be that I'm going to do it quickly as well, but with heart. I would really love to thank Sundance for including us. I'm beyond honoured in this incredible program, and thank you for coming to my film. I really hope I get to see yours. I'm so excited, and also just thank you for coming to see the film. I want to thank Protagonist and Bill and Beehive and CAA and Kate Richter and all my beautiful reps. Thank you so much for being here. I would really like to thank my film family. I just want to say my producers, Molly, Hallam, and Desray, Armstrong. I adore you. I adore you, Matt Henley. You're just the most wonderful DOP. I love you. I love you, all my HODs. And I really want to say Jennifer Connelly. Amazing cast, Dasha, Armstrong, Molly, everyone who's here. I'm so grateful to you. Wait, I was really sure outside in that area, really great. I just want to thank you. Actually, I'm so sorry for my composer Cameron McCarthy. I love you. Sorry. Yeah, cast. Honestly, thank you so much for your depth, your funny bones, and your generosity with me. I just am actually in awe of you. Thank you. And I want to thank my mothers, my mom, my godmom, and my stepmom. Jane, Mia, Susan, I love you. Thank you for coming and sharing your time. So I will never forget this. So thank you. Yes, Desray, yes, Molly. Yes, look, you don't have to talk purple.
All right.
Thank you so much for staying.
Okay, so we're going to take some questions, but I always find it useful to set the table a little bit. Alice, I know this is kind of a familiar question, but it's always useful. Do you want to talk a little bit about how the story took shape for you, what the strands were at the beginning, and then how that evolved?
Yeah, it's funny, I shouldn't really say this in the press, it's just, I just kept thinking about her, about Lucy. I just kept imagining like what would happen if she decided to become like a black hole instead of a guiding light. Like sort of any way to annihilate the ego would work, and like what, when you're trying to rip up all your narratives, and then she sort of explodes her life in this moment with what she does to Beverly, and like what's left in the wreckage is this mother-daughter story that just won't fuck off, you know, like won't let go of her. That was really it. I wanted to just see what would really happen if the hypothetical got lived out. We're so scared of all the shit we'll fuck up all the time, and I just wanted to write about someone who really fucked up.
Okay, so speaking of that, I mean, Jennifer, an incredibly complex character psychologically. What is useful to you in terms of how you talk to Alice about that, how you think about that character when there's so much buried in a character that's not, on the page per se?
I guess I just was thinking about what she really wanted, and I think what she does is really different from what she wants to do. Like, I don't think she sets out to be a black hole or make things explode. I think actually what she wants to do is love her daughter well and save her daughter, and she's trying to fix herself, I think, so she can prepare this. But it all gets so fucked up because there's so much history and baggage and stuff that she hasn't reconciled that's getting in the way of everything. So everything is triggering her, and everything is through that lens of all of that suffering that she has that she doesn't know how to escape. So I was just thinking about her and the things that she really wants as opposed to what it looks like what she wants, if that makes any sense. But the character was, I mean, I'm guessing that we're all, here because we all loved the script, and it was so clear that Alice is so creative and so brave and has such an amazing and interesting voice and point of view. And so, it was just so beautifully written and so much to work with,
Was that something that you trusted initially just off the script, or had you seen Alice's shorts? Did you talk with her?
They sort of happened in close succession. I read the script and I really loved it. I thought it was so funny and like in such an unusual way. It was like so painful but so funny at the same time. And then I pretty soon after watched both of her shorts and loved them. I thought they were funny and moving, and then we had a Zoom call. Yeah. And Alice also wrote me a letter that she hand wrote, and I was all of it together. I just thought I already love her and want to know what she's gonna make.
Ben, I have never been to a healing retreat, but I think I would come to yours.
I really don't think that would be a good idea.
Okay, so that's my question, which is what experiences that you may or may not have had coming to that role, and also maybe in what way does it reflect how you think about healing and damage and healing?
Oh, God. Well, the role came. I've known Alice since she was 12, so we've shared a lot.
Right.
And and we've talked a lot about these retreats that you've been on, and we've watched lots of videos over the years of these kinds of healers. So I'm fascinated by them, and by the idea of enlightenment, and I don't know. I think what the film captures so well is the whole messy complexity of it. Like, I mean, there are points when it looks like a sort of mental asylum, doesn't it? This is insane. It's crazy. But we're all crazy, really.
I feel like it's true when he says it's both. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense and it's useless in a way, but it's also true, kind of, in a way. And it's like there is something super true and sincere about like the effort, but then effort is always so.
And when you try to explain these things, you end up in these conversations like the one we're having when we're doing these.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's some kind of something underneath it that's important to try to get out. That doesn't answer your question really, but I just watched the film for the first time, so I'm a bit, it's incredible, Alex.
I'm gonna throw it open in just 1 second, but I want to ask the rest of the cast, any of the cast. It's always the hardest thing to watch a film and know how it is that such fantastic performances are elicited. Every director has their different style. I'm wondering if any of the performers could speak to what it is that you thought was most effective and most assuring, or how it is that Alice directs actors. What is it? I mean, these performances are phenomenal, and I'm just curious if you reflect on her as a director.
Those are really great. Somebody to grab me the mic.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, early on, Alice sent me the script, and I really loved it. I thought it really captured the kind of nihilism of New Age spirituality in a really insightful way. And then we had a call, and I guess we talked about we didn't want Beverly to be like a caricature of like an annoying person, me, a truly annoying human person. And that was very easy to inhabit. But I think, just in your writing and your understanding of character, you have such tremendous empathy, I think, for all the characters, even if they're more villainous or flawed or broken or whatever. I think Alice, she's very sophisticated in her understanding of like human beings.
I'm going to throw it open here, and we'll trust that we're going to get some questions for other people as well too. Yes, sir.
I just thought it was brilliant and fun and just really smart and weird and there's a lot of truth to it. And I just wonder if you, for Alice, if you've given thought to what percentage of audiences you think might be able to identify with this film and/or a portion of it? Did you give any thought to that?
I can honestly say is like I am shocked that we got in that anyone wanted to make it with me. I'm shocked that we did make it. I'm shocked. I'm still so shocked that we're here. And so I'm not sure. I think that it could potentially be more interesting to people than I anticipated. And you all say, and this was, I'm so kind that I know I can't make the film that would satisfy everyone because I really want it to feel like something you can have a conversation about if it speaks to you. So I'm not sure who would want that, but I think actually there's quite a lot of people who like that, because my favorite feeling with a film or something is when I see it and then I want to make something so bad because of, like, it's not like, oh, okay, done, like there it is. It's like I want more people to make films. I just want to be like heaped on the pile of stuff, really, and see you all in this one. Excited to see some of the other film festival. Sorry, this got weird, but thank you. I think it could maybe appeal to a few people, quite a few, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
You all got to talk it up. Okay, I always miss people in the back.
Over on the side.
Over on the side, thank you.
Yeah, the movie reminded me at times of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, just when it got to its worst, especially the baby scene.
I'm so sorry, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen Dirty Rotten Scoundrels?
I'm sorry. Don't make me with the joke.
Well, first of all, go watch Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
I'll see it.
But you should do a remake of it. It would be great. But the baby scene that you did. I would love to hear the origin of it because it reminds me of Steve Martin when he plays an infantile character.
The question is about the baby scene.
Yeah, right. So can you talk to me about the origin of the baby scene and the mother-baby scene?
Well, you know what? I actually really want to credit Molly Hallam, my producer here, because she read the script when it was weird, but then she was like, I think you could make it really weird. I was like, are you sure? Okay. And then I just did what felt right and wrote it. That was really it. We just sort of
made it weird.
decided to allow, I mean, look, I've been to quite a lot of retreats, and what I love the most about your performance in that scene is, sorry, I just realized I've been gesticulating so much that this is like in absolutely no use. It's just that it is, you know when like you cry and you don't wanna, because there's all those people and there's like that person, and it's just so shit, and it's such a hard thing to do, because it is quite, like, just the times that things around me have been funny when I've been devastated is really embarrassing. But like, I just think the way you make me uncomfortable in that scene is beautiful and gorgeous and so special, and there's no right time to discover how hurt you are and how, you know, I think one of the things I thought I was going to try and do like a dedication at the beginning of the speech, but then I got so nervous. But I did want to I know everyone's working on themselves really fucking hard, and I just want to say, like, congratulations to everybody who's trying. It is so hard, and I would like to kind of dedicate this film to that. Just anyone who's given it a shot.
We have time for one more question, and I feel like it's all in this.
I just want to say I found myself like squirming in my chair so much, like I was so uncomfortable, and I haven't actually there hasn't been a film that's made me uncomfortable in that way, which is like a great thing. And I just was curious as the actors, like, were you guys uncomfortable while you were filming it? Did you know it was going to come out that way?
Question is about the film being uncomfortable and the actors whether they weren't comfortable.
I actually personally felt, I'll
She's working on
I was gonna say, actually, I felt that the material was uncomfortable and the character was an uncomfortable person to spend time with, and I loved that she was the protagonist, was this woman that you're like, kind of a dick. But I love that you had to spend time with her and really take her in and consider her. I love that about the script in general, but as a human working on the movie, I was actually incredibly comfortable. I had a lot of trust in Alice. I felt like she was very open and collaborative, but very confident and really held her ground when was true to her point of view. So that made me feel very safe and confident, and I felt really comfortable and excited and proud to be working with all of the other actors because they were all extraordinary, and it was just a joy.
That was very joyful. It was an incredibly joyful experience to shoot Bad Behaviour with this legend over here. All of these legends. Beulah?
I can't remember what the question was. Was I uncomfortable? No, I wasn't uncomfortable because I didn't understand all the film, like talky stuff, but I understand the heart, and I know Alice works from a place of love, and you know that instantly as soon as you meet her and as soon as you talk to her, and yeah, so it can't be uncomfortable when you're surrounded by love. So.
That's a nice place to. Oh, sorry.
I will say yes, I was very uncomfortable. The only thing I will say is when I first read, every time I've ever read the script, every time I somehow blanked out the mother-baby scene, and I know that was me, my psyche protecting me, because I know that if I remembered, I would have like wriggled out of doing the whole thing. And then we got there, and I was like, oh, okay, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And actually, although it was the most embarrassing thing I've ever done in my whole life, Alice is one of my closest friends and is a genius, and I felt very, very safe. So yes.
You guys made me feel safe when you were doing that scene too. I felt a bit jealous. Like I remember also being like, she looks quite nice. You're like, you were the best. You were a really good baby. If you started crying, they all started crying. It was crazy.
All right, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, we gotta wrap it up. You guys know.
Hey, this is Eric from IONCINEMA.com. If you want to support us, subscribe below. For more reviews, interviews, film festival coverage from Sundance, Cannes, Toronto, you want to check out these guys on this side.